They went to the inside.
Okay, this is from the chopper.
These guys are just
that's 4 wide.
Here's the 48.
And it's really started at the 8 car.
Oh, the 22 come out. He got bump drafted.
The 8 car and the 88 slowed down. I can't see who's behind the 88. It looked like Blaney just turned left to try to avoid what was happening in front of him, and he caught the 48.
It's Regan Smith in the 01.
You see the Army car up there, and they're start wiggling back there, and Blaney just turns left because they start checking up. Oh, man, there's middle of a pack right there. And then the 44 Ruderman gets turned. It just, you know, then once it starts happening, you're just along for the ride practically.
Does Terry have it on board?
I don't know, but he's probably questioning why he's in that car right now. That was really pretty amazing. Terry just held his line, and it's been amazing how these guys have just held their lines tonight. You see JJ out in the grass there, and the 15 car who's had a great qualifying run, and this night's just not been the greatest.
It was the Coors Light pole sitter, his first career pole.
Yeah, here we are.
It's just a lot of guys going for the same spot. Yeah.
And then the 48 gets hit in the rear and turned around, and you see, I think the 01 must have got into the 48 and then was trying to.
Trying to what?
I don't know, because he just, once he got into him, he was spinning almost the wrong way.
We're going to obviously go to green-white checkers here for the finish. It's Yaley.
Stay low, stay low.
Yeah, he got hit by the 15, I believe.
Look how close this is. Oh.
And now this is on board with Kevin Harvick.
Inside, 3 wide.
This is where a lot of it started right here. You see him close in on the 28, and he just moved to get out of the way.
Yeah. Spin behind you. Spin behind you. Caution's out. Caution's out. Watch your back.
And here's the problem when you have wrecks like this, because you're trying to drive out the front.
Here, hang on one second. Here's Terry.
Yeah, a little bit of that, but not much.
You're trying to drive out the front, and you can hear the spotter saying, watch your back, watch your back. Look, my eyes are in the front of my head. I can only see one place. I can't see out the back. You can see him check up, and I think Terry just gets into the 22. 22 gets into the 28. Yeah. Boom. And then they just turn around.
Boy, Vickers made a nice move.
But I think when he's saying watch your back, you got to look in the mirror to make sure you don't slow down so much that you get run into by somebody.
Because the majority of the wrecks that we see like this, like the 20 car of that JJ's driving right now, these guys are run out through the grass because they get hit in the rear. It's not because they're avoiding the guy in front of them. They're just getting knocked in the rear and knocked to the left.
This will be our 6th green-white checker finish of the season. Marty?
Well, Bill, Jeff Gordon not very happy with himself. He said, I should have never given up the bottom line. But here's the dilemma, Kyle and Wally, I want to ask you about. What should Gordon do? His car runs better on the top. So do you choose a line where your car runs better, or do you stay in position in front of everybody else where their car runs better? Tough for Gordon to keep it on the bottom, but when he's at the top, he gave up the lead.
Well, he doesn't have any help up there with him. That's his biggest problem right now. He doesn't have any teammates there to help him in case he wants to run a different line. He's going to get any help. So, you know, that's a pretty tough call right there. It really is going to depend on where Edwards or Kenseth, who they decide to go with.
Yeah, and like I say, if we go back to the 500, we saw the outside line move. If we go back to the 4th of July race last year, the Coke Zero race last year, we saw the outside line move. So I think with that many laps to go, I don't think that was a bad decision to choose the outside lane, to get up there, build that lane up, and let people start knowing the outside lane is going to be a fast lane.
Well,
now,
you just got to hope. If you go the outside, you just have got to pray somebody's going to go with you. That's basically.
But you're Jeff Gordon. Somebody's going to go with you at some point in time. You know what I mean? It's not like being Kyle Petty and going to the outside lane. You're Jeff Gordon.
Now, Kyle Busch is the championship leader and the race leader, and here's a brief recap of his night. Gets hooked by his teammate Denny Hamlin there, makes a fantastic save, puts it on the apron, comes charging back. And he just came slicing through the field. He now has the lead. If the race reaches its scheduled conclusion under the caution, NASCAR will make one and only one attempt at a green-white checkered finish. It will be 2 laps. After the green comes out, if the caution comes out for any reason, the race is over, and NASCAR will use scoring loops around the track and videotape to determine the final finishing order. So, go ahead.
Just saying that, and that's something that you don't really want to wait that last lap, last corner for the Hollywood ending because of the way the rules are
exactly
now.
Right.
You need to make your move. As soon as that green flag drops and you cross that line, you better be going for the lead because it could be over before you get to turn 1.
Yeah, this move right here absolutely eliminates that type of drama from the race.
Matt.
Dale Jr. says, I've got no help. The steering wheel's off, meaning the toe's been knocked out, and I've got wimping out issues, meaning Mark Martin. He says, Mark Martin's kind of wimping out on me. Let's work a deal. Tony Gibson and Tony Jr. are in the same stall area. A lot of hand signals, so see if those 2 cars can work together as we get ready for green.
5 miles, 2 laps to determine the winner of the Coke Zero 400. Green flags in the air.
Wow, that was a really, really slow start.
That could have been one of those starts that just turned people down.
Jeff Gordon gets turned.
Right there.
Like that.
Just like that, man. Just exactly like that.
Watching the flag stand, still under green.
No harm, no foul, because he's far enough out of the way. Unless he just sits there. If he sits there...
No, they're not. I don't think they're done yet.
If he sits there, they'll throw the caution because he's in a bad place.
Kyle Busch fighting for the lead with Carl Edwards.
He's going.
Gordon is back underway. A lap and a half to go.
Edwards is just looking for a way to get around. He's got it. Got the spot, and he's got help. Oh, no! Kenseth!
What did Kenseth do?
Couldn't hold it down.
He couldn't get it turned down in time to follow Carl, or to get it to the right to follow Carl.
Kurt Busch in second spot.
Just like last year, but
Wow, they just covered up.
Last lap at Daytona.
Oh, we got it, guys.
That's it.
Oh, man. Oh,
yeah, it's
I can't
not.
believe he did not wreck.
keep rolling here.
Oh, there it is.
Now they're
Oh, my
wrecking.
goodness. That's incredible.
Now the caution flag is out.
I think we got it. That's ours.
There were 5 wrecks before the wreck.
My good, I could not believe those guys waited. I thought they wrecked coming out of 4.
I thought they wrecked on the restart. Again, the field is frozen when the caution comes out, and NASCAR will use the scoring loops and videotape to look at the final finishing order.
I think the 99. Is it Kyle or is it 99? Who's your?
I was saying that. I mean, it looked like the 99. What it was, but who knows when they, when they threw it.
These guys really don't care. They're going to ride right there in that position all the way back around here. That's going to be a tough call right there. I don't know. They're going to have to check the scoring loops. Anything that's coming up on a computer or anywhere else is not right now because they're going to scoring loops.
Checkered flag, Carl Edwards pulls ahead, but we will wait for the official word from NASCAR. A wild finish to the Coke Zero 400.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was incredible. Great. You got to give a heads up to, you got to give a tip of the hat to Matt Kenseth. And how about Kurt Busch? I mean, to get him to start in a car he's not even been in.
Okay, here come the replays. And we'll be watching with you.
Okay, you can see Carl Edwards has the advantage right here.
But right there, the 18 does. Where's the scoring loop when the caution comes out? The 18's in front right there.
Right.
So where's the loop?
It's still green.
Yeah, I understand it's still green, but
it's not the scoring loop.
It's the video.
When it's for the finish of the race,
videotape.
it's the video.
That's
You're
right.
seeing right there. If the caution's out, it doesn't matter about the scoring lap.
It's not out yet. There it is.
All right, they can in front.
There's it. There it is. Yeah.
The 18 would be the winner.
The winner of the Coke Zero 400 is Kyle Busch.
And I'm going to tell you something, man. The last 3 or 4 races down here, he's been so close.
Thanks for the birthday present there, buddy.
6th win of the season for the championship leader. His 10th career win in his 132nd race. And his first win at Daytona. And of course, he won at Talladega back in April. Now let's go back and start sorting through this. There's Kyle with a victory lap.
You can see people. And the accident that happened with with the 24 car. And this is footage
afterwards.
Right. Yeah,
These
this is the
guys
wreck.
just get-
This is the wreck. You see them all bottle up right there.
Here's the 24.
Okay, here's the
But
restart.
the accident that happens here was because of the slow start. They were so bunched up. Jeff was trying to block and couldn't block.
Right.
He made his move way too late, and Carl was already there. Because Carl was not down on the line. So, I mean, there was plenty of room.
But that was a really, really slow restart.
Really
that,
slow
that always
restart.
causes troubles on a racetrack like this.
Because of the accordion effect. Now this wreck, these guys are already, but you see these guys running the wall. This is coming out of turn 4. Here's the start finish line. They're 3 wide right here, 4 wide right here. You see these guys are sideways, but they're gathering it back up. They're gathering it back up. The wreck starts right here if you see Michael on the inside when the 77 comes across.
And the 77 got pushed over.
Over, yeah. He got
the 28.
hit because they were bunching up so bad. But you watch those guys, there must be 7 cars that run into each other from the start finish line.
Saved it.
And saved it
Yeah.
until they get to the first corner.
Now watch the 6 car here. Look, and then him and Boyer get way out of shape, like Kyle said. Then all these guys behind him are checking up. They got to slow down, and they're trying to avoid it. Then all of a sudden, you'll see the 77. He gets run into by the 28 right there, which turns Michael, and that's what really caused. You know, that's what finished off the wreck, I guess I should say.
And you see J.J. Yaley in that 20 car, relief driving for Tony Stewart, got caught up in it.
You're just not going to win in a situation like that. When you're in the middle of the pack like that, you're just. And I don't know how Reagan saved that thing either. I think Boyer had a lot to do with that.
Now, once again, let's go back and look at the leaders, watching for the caution to come out.
Yeah, watch you'll see the lights. See the green lights up on the fence? Okay, that's where the lights are.
Right there where it says Daytona. Right, man, I don't know where the thing is. Right here where it says Daytona. Right there are the lights.
So so we're green. The wreck's happening, and this is you can see where Kyle starts pulling away, and he's clearly in the lead.
And then there's another set of lights.
Right there,
right
yellow.
Here.
Yep.
There, see,
I can't do this. Right in that area.
You did it.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of cheers, though.
There are a lot more cheers every week.
Yeah.
If you guys are sitting at home, you can't hear it, but there's a lot more cheers every week.
Yeah, like I said a long time ago, this guy's going to win the crowd over eventually, because you can't keep driving like this and winning racing and kicking butt without fans starting to appreciate how much talent's standing right there.
That's right. Had a good run here last night, but didn't get the win. This is the one he really wanted. Kyle Busch is a winner at Daytona. All right. Let's start sorting things out. Here's Ralph.
Well, we're down here. Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth talking about it. Carl came up just short. Carl, tell me what it was like from inside your car as you were racing side by side with Kyle Busch.
Oh, I was just driving as hard as I could. Man, I hate to lose that thing like that. I felt like we could, you know, his brother was behind me. I know they don't get along that well, so I was planning on a really good finish. Man, just, you know, congrats to Kyle and those guys. They work real hard, and I just doing everything I could. Jeff moved down on me, and I just couldn't lift this green-white checkered, and I did everything I could. I just wish we could have raced a little longer, man. That would have been great.
I know you was kind of waiting to see on our replay, but he saw it, Bill, took a look at it, and he agreed.
Thanks, Ralph. Going to take a 1 minute and 15-second break from Daytona. Kyle Busch is the race winner. Post-race activities in a moment.